Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I make this adorable plushie pumpkin pie, perfect for Thanksgiving and the holiday season. So if you're interested in seeing how to create this, then let's go ahead and get into the video. So first off, we're going to be using a 9mm hook. You'll need a stitch marker and scissors. And then we're going to be using Bernat blanket yarns. So we need a color for the crust, a color for the pie filling, and white for the whipped cream on top. You'll also need some polyfill stuffing to stuff the pumpkin pie. So to start this off, we are going to be making a magic circle, and we are going to be single crocheting 6. So go ahead and start, and then pull through, single crochet. Now I like to keep my tension pretty loose when using the blanket yarn to do a magic circle because it can be a little tricky to tighten back up at the end. So if you have trouble, no, you are not alone. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to tighten this up as best as we can to close that circle. Then in that first stitch, we are just going to do a slip stitch. So pull through and then pull through again to complete our circle. For the next round, we are going to be doing an increase into each stitch. So in the next spot, we are going to do our first single crochet. And this is where we will add our stitch marker. Then in that same stitch, we'll do another single crochet. So all the way around, 2 single crochet in each stitch. At the end of the round, you should have 12 stitches. For the next round, we are just going to do a single crochet and then an increase all the way around. So first stitch, single crochet, put our stitch marker back, then increase. And then we're going to repeat that until we make it back to our stitch marker. Now that we made it back to the stitch marker, we are going to do 2 single crochet and then an increase. So single crochet, stitch marker back, another single crochet, then an increase. So 2 single crochet in the same stitch. And then we're going to repeat that all the way around until we're back at the stitch marker. Now we're back at the stitch marker. So for this next round, we are going to be working in the back loop to start and create that curve of the crest. So the back loop is the one that is farthest away from us, and we are just going to single crochet around. So pull through that one loop and single crochet. Stitch marker back. And we're just going to do this all the way around. So back loop, pull through, single crochet. And I'll meet you back at the stitch marker. So now it should be starting to curve up a little bit. So for the next round, we are going to do the exact same thing. So back loop, single crochet. Stitch marker goes back. And we repeat this all the way around until we get back to the stitch marker. So now that we're back at the stitch marker, we can kind of see the base of our pie starting to form. So for the next round, we are just going to do a normal single crochet all the way around. So through both loops this time, single crochet, and then single crochet in the next, and we'll repeat this all the way around till we get back to the stitch marker. So this is going to be the last round of our crust color. So on this round, we are going to be creating the scalloped edge so that it looks like a pie. So for this whole entire round, we are going to be working in the front loop. So for the first stitch, we are going to single crochet 3. So we'll do 1, put our stitch marker back, 2, and 3, all in that same stitch. And then in the next, we will do a slip stitch. So we will just pull through and pull through again, and make sure to tighten that, and that'll start to create the curve that we want. So we're going to repeat that all the way around. So next, the 3 single crochet in 1 stitch. So 1, 2, and 3, and then a slip stitch. Pull through, and tighten. So that will give us this kind of edge that we want for the pie. So I will meet you back at our stitch marker. So now that we're back at our stitch marker, it should look like this with the edges curved out so that it looks like the pie crust. And we're just going to pull a long tail so we can weave it in, trim, pull, and we'll remove this stitch marker real quick. And you want to just kind of weave this in here so that you can't really tell where the round started and stopped. We'll just kind of pull that through. And usually what I like to do is just weave it back and forth just a couple times to make sure it's secure and to give us a little bit more seamless change so that we can't tell. And then we'll want to just pull it through there so that we can tuck it back into the body. So now we are going to work on the pie filling. So we can see here that we still have that back loop from our last round since we only worked in the front loop. So what we're going to do is find close to where we ended that last row and find the first back loop that we can work into. It doesn't super duper matter, but you can usually kind of tell where it starts. So we're going to take our orange yarn and pull through. And I like to make sure that the tail is tucked in between. And we'll chain 1 to create that first stitch and secure the yarn. Now working in the back loop, we are going to just single crochet all the way around with orange. So in that back loop only, pull through and do a single crochet. Now you can put your stitch marker here, or you can just tell where the orange begins when we get back around. But we're just going to single crochet till we get back to that stitch marker. So when we get back to our stitch marker, we should have 24 orange single crochets all the way around. So we'll just go ahead and remove our stitch marker, and we're going to create a single crochet to connect the round. For the next round, we are going to do 2 single crochet and then a decrease. So this counts as our first single crochet, so we'll do 1 more. And then we will do a decrease. So we'll insert our hook into the first stitch and pull through and then we will go to the next stitch and pull through. So we should have 3 on our hook, and then we'll yarn over again and pull through all 3, and that counts as your decrease. So we'll start over with 1 single crochet, another single crochet, and then a decrease. And then we'll repeat that all the way around till we get back to the stitch marker. So you should end that round with a decrease, and then now that we are back to our stitch marker, we are going to do 1 single crochet and then a decrease all the way around. So 1 single crochet, stitch marker back, and then a decrease. So pull through, pull through, pull through all 3. Then single crochet, and then a decrease. And we're going to repeat this all the way around till we get back to the stitch marker. So again, you should end this round on a decrease. For the next round, we are going to decrease all the way around. So insert, pull through, insert, pull through, and pull through all 3 loops. Put our stitch marker back, and then repeat this until we get back to our stitch marker. So after this round, we should end with 6 stitches. So this will be it for the pie filling color. So now what we are going to do is we are going to stuff it with polyfill, or you can use scrap yarn if you have some. So you want to stuff pretty generously, but you still want the pie to be able to sit flat. So you don't want to make it into a ball shape. So what I like to do is at the bottom, I like to push it back in so that it's more a flat pie like this. And the filling will push out the edges so that the bottom will lay flat a little bit better. So now that we have our pumpkin pie stuffed, we can pull this out a little bit and trim so that we have a little bit of a tail for weaving it back in. Pull this all the way through, make sure that last stitch is tight. And then take out the stitch marker and just weave this tail back in. And we can stuff it into the pie. So now we're on to the last part, and that is going to be the whipped cream on top. I'm going to be doing a bobble stitch, and that might sound a little bit complicated if you've never done one before, but it's really not. So we're going to insert our hook and go ahead and grab the white and pull it through to attach. And we'll stuff that white down into the pie, and then we'll be doing the bobble stitch around. So to do the bobble stitch, what we will do is we will yarn over, insert our hook, pull through, and we're going to yarn over and only pull through 2. So yarn over again, pull through, and then go through 2. So at the end we should have 3 loops on our hook. Last time, yarn over, pull through 2, and then this time we are going to yarn over and pull through all of the loops. And then you want to make sure that that's pretty tight, and then I'll start to create this little bobble stitch. So we'll go ahead and do that again. Yarn over, insert into the stitch, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert, pull through 2 loops, and then pull through all of the loops. And as you can see, it's kind of creating this bumpy whipped cream looking effect. Next stitch, we'll do the same. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over, insert, pull through 2. Yarn over, insert. It can be a little tricky with all these loops. Pull through 2. And then we'll pull through all of the loops. Again, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 4. Last one. So now we will just go ahead and slip stitch to connect the round. Now we're going to want a fairly long tail, so trim, pull that through, make sure it's tight, and we're just going to weave this through the top to shut the whipped cream. So in each stitch, just pull back and forth. This part doesn't have to be perfect. It can be however you want it to be. So now we're just going to tighten that up to close. Kind of squish it down to give it some shape. And then just to secure it, we'll pull it back through to the bottom somehow. Anyway, since it's whipped cream, it needs to be kind of lumpy and weird. So we want it to look that way. And then we'll just trim the end and stuff it back down into that section. And kind of fluff it out a little bit. I like to pull it apart just a little bit so that it doesn't look super perfect and looks more like how whipped cream would look. And then we're done. There you have it. A plushie pumpkin pie. Perfect for any type of little decoration, or if you just like little pies. And if you're interested in a written pattern, that will be linked down below. This is my own pattern that I created, so I really appreciate you going and checking that out. If you like this video, go ahead and give a thumbs up and comment if you made this yourself. Tag me on Instagram if you do, so I can see your creations. And if you would like to see any more videos, go ahead and comment those down below. And don't forget to subscribe for more content coming soon. I will see you in the next one. Bye!